While many businesses are getting ready to move into phase one of reopening, there are many who have felt the wrath of closing and are now looking for jobs. In today's Making Ends Meet, one girl tells us her story of losing her job, still having to pay her student loans, and not knowing where to turn. Hannah Travis says she had it all figured out. She graduated with a master's in forensic psychology, found a job right out of school, then began working.
So I actually started paying all my loans last September, and so it's right around that time where it's been just a few months and I'm starting to get a good chunk of them paid out.
Then the shutdowns began. She was no longer needed.
Interest is finally starting to slow down, and now bam, you lose your job. So scary is an understatement.
And just because the state shut down, that didn't mean those student loans stopped coming. She, like so many Americans, worried about how she was going to make the payments.
And to know that I'm kind of thrown out to the dogs was just it's overwhelming is a good word for it.
Hannah says that she's been able to get some side jobs, but nothing is quite enough to keep up with those loans and other daily expenses.
I have a degree, and doing food deliveries on the side now is like it's humbling, to say the least. Very humbling. Because like I said, I had a job fresh out of college, and then it's just taken from me within a matter of a few days.
Jackie LaChapelle, Director of Financial Aid at LSUE, says the best thing to do is to stay in constant contact with the holder of your note.
Basically let them know where they are. There's different programs where they can have their payments deferred. There's income-based programs. So there's a whole lot of options. With the passage of the CARES Act on March 27th, they did also put in provisions that if students are currently or persons are currently paying on their loan, they have a forbearance up until September 30th. And after that, they can still contact their lender so that they don't have to make the payments, especially if they're in some sort of a financial bind.
As phase one gets underway here in Louisiana, Hannah is hopeful to once again be employed in her field of choice. Until then, she says she will just take it one day at a time, continue her job search, and see what the future holds. So remember, guys, if you're graduating, you have a 6-month grace period to start paying back those loans. LaChapelle says that you need to stay in contact with the lender. By doing that, you may actually buy yourself some time or find out, depending on your income, that your repayment could be zero. She says that there are programs out there to help you. You just have to ask. And Dave, I think that was the biggest takeaway for me from doing this interview was stay in constant contact, because if you do nothing, that's not a good thing.